Jamal, how happy are you with the execution on that pass from Jalen to Anthony, that cutting dunk there with 37 seconds left? What made that play successful?
I mean, it's the vision that these guys have, but it's also them, finding the flow within the game and understanding how guys are playing it. We ended up putting him, he ended up on the block, the switch. They came across the lane, and Jalen did a hell of a job finding that because of how much attention they were paying to Franz.
Did you feel like you played a better style of basketball tonight compared to last night?
You know what? The shots still didn't fall. I think we defended at a high clip. I think that we can continue to do a good job defending without fouling. But I'm very pleased with our guys' effort, their energy on a back-to-back, and guys just fighting through. Whatever nicks that they have, these guys, played through.
Can you assess their poise there down the stretch? Did you like their composure as Philly was climbing back?
I really did. I really did like the composure, the communication between each of the guys about where the matchups were, how we were guarding, the different situations we were going to be in. Our coaches did a great job in that final huddle of understanding the plays that they were going to run, how they needed to get the ball in bounds. They got the quick 2 on the lob, but we didn't give up the 3. And so I really just think they did a great job of listening and paying attention to what the coaches were saying, but also with communicating with one another.
The play where Tyrese attempted a 3 that would have tied the game very late. What were your instructions heading into that play?
If by chance you have a chance to foul, then you foul. But if the man's facing the basket, you look, because that's where you can give up the and-1, and so you don't foul. So I know everybody was screaming and hollering and yelling about it possibly being a foul, but the instructions are not to. He came close to him, but those are situations that you don't want to give the referees the opportunity to blow a whistle there.
How did Goga help you guys tonight?
I mean, you watched it. I think he was fantastic. His ability to just be out there, his presence at the rim, his rebounding, his ability to switch the pick and roll. There was times that we went after Maxey and went after McCain, which are tough matchups in guards, but he did a great job sitting down and helping guard and making their life difficult.
What is it about Jalen that he seems to twist the daylights out of his ankle there and wound up playing, 30, 40 minutes?
37-06.
How does he do that?
I wish I could tell you. I really do. I think he's just a competitor, and I think when you have competitors the way that we have guys like that, no matter what's going to happen, they're going to try to find their way back on the court. Again, everybody's got bumps and bruises this time of year and throughout the entire year, and guys know that you can play through those certain bumps and bruises, and that's what these guys are trying to prove to do.
You guys dominated the glass. Was the instruction to really use their size and strength inside to battle for boards?
Absolutely. I think that some of the two biggest rebounds in the game were from Wendell down the stretch, the couple offensive rebounds that gave us the second chance opportunities. Again, it goes back to we're going to stick to do what we do, and to give us the best opportunity and put us in the best position to be successful.
How's Jonathan?
Jonathan's okay.
What did you make of his performance before?
I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. We keep talking about it with the bigs and their contribution, his defense at the rim, switching on multiple players, knocking shots down, offensive rebounds, using his size to the advantage. I just think he was really, really dang good tonight.
What does it say about this group that they did bounce back the way they did tonight, and they did fight late on the second night of back-to-back?
It's not surprising because that's the identity of the Orlando Magic. That's who we are. We're going to fight. We're going to grind it out, whatever it looks like. We're going to stick to our defense and how we want to guard night in and night out. And whether we're making shots or not, this is a gritty group that's going to find a way no matter what.
Thanks, Jamal.
Well, first off, Jay, how are you feeling? I know you got cramps there right away.
Yeah, I'm all good. That was just that. Caught me off guard, got a cramp, but I'm all good.
How many players?
Sorry, I thought that was a question. Before that, how would you describe your performance tonight?
We just battling. I think just getting on the boards, was able to see a couple go through, and we just playing hard. And I enjoyed that type of atmosphere, and us just battling, and we made it up.
Would you say this is much more like Orlando Magic basketball, Warriors?
Of course, exactly us. Kept them to 102, and still had lapses, still had bad moments, still had miscommunications, and we still hold them to 102.
Was the game plan to dominate them on the glass using your size and strength? You guys really beat them on the boards?
Honestly, not really. I think it's just a part of our identity, and tonight we really lean into that, and it should be every night because for the most part we're bigger than most teams, especially starting the game with too big. So it should be a staple of ours, and tonight we executed it.
What does it say about this group that on the second night of a back-to-back, after the way you guys played last night, that you did hold them to 102 tonight? I mean, that back to where you used to play.
Well, obviously it says something about our resiliency, and just keeping that mindset to keep it moving. You know, obviously it was a really bad performance in New York, but we were able to brush it off and attack the next day, get our rest, and come together and stay focused and get a win. So looking for the next one and continue to move forward.
You've been teammates now with Franz for a while. Are you amazed with what he's doing? I mean, you've seen it in practice and stuff like that, but this last several weeks, obviously, has been pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm amazed, of course, but I'm not surprised. He's put the work in, and he's had a unique opportunity with Paolo being out, and he's taking advantage of it. And so I'm proud of him, and he's been extremely consistent. But if you know him, you know that was going to be a part of his DNA from the very beginning.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Took it with the way you guys took control early in the fourth quarter and then able to keep the poise to hold off any late surge they threw at you.
Yeah, it wasn't our best game, and kind of hard on the back-to-back sometimes to get into a rhythm, but I thought we, like you said, did a great job of coming out in that fourth. Had a couple good offense possessions, also got stops. And yeah, I think then at the end, I think just, one or two plays obviously can go a different way. Like you said, I thought our poise, in these close games this season has been pretty good.
You yourself, now this is if I read correctly, your 7th 30-point game this season. Talk about the consistency you've been showing on the offensive end, and what's been the key for you in terms of the way you've been scoring right now and being consistent?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be consistent in anything I do, and just try to focus on my habits before the game and little rituals I got, and just try to always be in that same mindset kind of going into the game. And then obviously with P out, got a lot more opportunity to be on the ball, and in a lot more of those situations where I can make the decision. And it's a challenge too. So I'm still learning a lot, and honestly feel like there's a bunch of stuff I can still improve on. So hopefully I can do that.
When you hear things like Most Improved Player Award, All-Star, All-NBA, some even have you in the MVP conversation, how does that make you?
Yeah, I said it loud. I hope they heard it too. All-Star.
I mean,
I'm telling the truth. All-Star.
It's great, but I'm one of those guys before the game. I try to, like I said, focus on the stuff that really matters and gets me to have a good game, and not focus on those things too much. Obviously, it's really cool to be playing well and have a good season, but I think everybody kind of has their own motivation. I think that's just kind of an add-on for me.
How would you describe yourself as a leader? Because obviously with Paolo, you really have to take more of a leadership role.
Yeah, I think obviously with P out, it's more leadership on the court and in terms of like what we're running, and maybe if we need a good shot or be poised and kind of get everybody together. But in general, I think I'm someone who tries to lead by example, and more individual basis, kind of find those moments with guys and tell them what I'm seeing.
How tough is Goga, and how did he help you guys tonight being back?
Yeah, obviously helped a lot. That's the NBA, and it's great that we have a lot of guys who fight through stuff. Not easy. I've been on the road a lot, and everybody's kind of banged up a little bit, but I think it speaks to his character that he wanted to play.
Obviously, you've played with Paolo a long time, but have you guys been speaking a lot lately? Obviously he's been seeing what you're doing, you know what he can do. Have you started talking about how it's all going to mesh together in the long term?
I mean, we haven't really done that during the game because obviously we're focused on the game, but I think it's good that I think his engagement level throughout the game and helping me. Obviously he's in those situations, or he's more used to it maybe a little bit, and so I look for him to help us out too, and just give little pointers when you see some.
And how have the coaches really helped you throughout your whole process and your whole journey?
Yeah, I mean, you just heard them. I think they just give everybody on the team a lot of confidence and responsibility as well. And I think the best thing about about this team is that everybody kind of gets thrown into the water and was able to kind of learn on the fly and on the court. And that's an opportunity I think that's super rare in this league.
Thanks, Franz.